Random House Audio presents The Second Empress, a novel of Napoleon's court, by Michel Moran. Read for you by Adam Alexi-Malle, Emma Bering, and Tanya Franks.
My family have done me far more harm than I have done them good. Napoleon Bonaparte. Cairo, July 25th, 1798. You will see in the newspapers the result of our battles and the conquest of Egypt, where we found resistance enough to add a leaf to the laurels of this army. Egypt is the richest country in the world for wheat, rice, pulse, and meal. Nothing can be more barbarous. There is no money, even to pay the troops. I may be in France in 2 months. I recommend my interests to you. I have much domestic distress. Your friendship is very dear to me. To become a misanthropist, I have only to lose it and find that you betray me. That every different feeling toward the same person should be united in one heart is very painful. Let me have on my arrival a villa near Paris or in Burgundy. I intend to shut myself up there for the winter. I am tired of human nature. I want solitude and isolation. Greatness fatigues me. Feeling is dried up. At 29, glory has become flat. I have exhausted everything. I have no refuge but pure selfishness. I shall retain my house and let no one else occupy it. Adieu, my only friend. I have never been unjust to you, as you must admit, though I may have wished to be so. You understand me. Love to your wife and to Jérôme. Nap. A letter written by Napoleon to his brother, acknowledging acceptance of his beloved wife Josephine's infidelity. The private correspondence was captured by the British and published in the Morning Chronicle. 1809.
Chapter 1. Maria Lucia, Archduchess of Austria, Schönbrunn Palace, Vienna, November 1809. I study Maria Ludovica's face in the fresh light of our studio, trying to determine whether I should paint her with or without the golden diadem in her hair. A few steps away, almost close enough to touch, she is holding up a paintbrush and studying me. The courtiers in my father's palace call us the two Marias, since we share nearly everything together. Our shoes, our hobbies, even our names. We are second cousins, but whereas I am tall and buxom with pale gold hair and wide hips, Maria Ludovica is small and thin. Her dark hair falls in waves around her shoulders, and she has not inherited the Habsburg lip as I have, full and slightly protruding. Anyone looking at the two of us would think that I am older because of my significant height. But I am 18 to her 22, and while she is the Empress of Austria now, I am simply an Archduchess. When she came from Italy, I imagined it would be strange to have a stepmother only 4 years older than me. She is my father's third wife, my mother having died 2 years ago. But since her arrival in Vienna, we have been like sisters, laughing over foolish palace intrigue, arranging trips to the Christmas markets in the city, and painting portraits in our cozy artist's workshop overlooking the winter gardens of Schönbrunn Palace. I have never had another woman my age for entertainment, since I am the eldest. My 16-year-old brother, Ferdinand is the closest in age to me, but he was born dull-witted, as was my little sister, Maria Carolina, so even as a child, I was lonely. "Shall I put Siggy in your picture?" Maria asks, looking down at the small spaniel sleeping at my feet. "I don't know," I say. "What do you think, Siggy? Would you like to sit for a portrait?" My little Schnuckelputzi opens his eyes and barks. "He knows you're talking about him," Maria laughs. "Of course he does." I put down my paintbrush to pick up Siggy, cradling him in my lap. "There's not a dog in Vienna that's smarter than him, isn't that right?" Siggy buries his head under my arm. In all of Austria, I have never seen another dog with ears covered in such long fringed hair. He was a gift to me from Maria when she first arrived at Schönbrunn. Now he goes wherever I do. "If you make him sit still, I'll paint him on your lap." "Siggy, behave yourself," I say sternly. He rests his chin on his front paws and looks up at me. "Exactly!" Maria dips her brush into the black oil, but before she can apply the paint to the canvas, he has already moved. "Oh, Siggy," she sighs, "what's the matter with you?" "He's nervous," I say. "He's been like this since the Emperor came," I whisper. "I'm not surprised. Even the animals despise that man." She means Napoleon, who came to us last month with the humiliating Treaty of Schönbrunn, determined that my father, the Emperor Francis I, should sign it. Our English allies were bitterly against my father's surrender. But in his war against Napoleon, 3 million lives had already been lost. The terms of Napoleon's treaty were harsh, demanding that we cede our cities of Salzburg to Bavaria, Galicia to the Poles, East Galicia to Russia, and much of Croatia to France. So, 400,000 citizens who speak only German, eat only German food, and know only German customs woke up to find themselves belonging to 4 different nations. Yet the rest of the kingdom remained intact, and for this my father owes Prince Metternich. They say there has never been another diplomat like him in the world, that if not for Metternich, the great Habsburg-Lorraine Empire would have been reduced to nothing. When the treaty was signed, I heard courtiers whisper, "Better to be a beggar in the streets than a coward." They believed my father had sold the Adriatic coast for the price of his crown. But they were not the ones with sons or husbands in the army. They did not have to receive, week after week, month after month, the terrible lists of the dead. I did. I was there, in my father's council chamber, as one day I will be regent when Ferdinand takes the throne. I know the price Napoleon exacted on Austria, but the courtiers seem to have forgotten what the French are capable of. How only 16 years ago they beheaded my great-aunt, Queen Marie Antoinette. There are few people who understand the true cost of this treaty to my father. But Maria is one of them. She was still a child in Italy when Napoleon's army appeared 13 years ago. The soldiers swept through the streets taking whatever they pleased. Carriages, villas, valuable china, women. Her father, who was the governor of the Duchy of Milan, gathered her family together, and they escaped with only the clothes on their backs. When they arrived in Austria, he was made the Duke of Breisgau. But Maria has never forgotten the loss of Milan, her childhood home, and it was with great unhappiness that she watched her husband sign the Treaty of Schönbrunn, surrendering to her family's most bitter enemy for a second time.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?